Who is Liberty Students really? Well, that question is so important because you are either wanting to be a Liberty student, interested in becoming a Liberty student, or you already are a Liberty student. So who are we? Well, as Liberty students, first of all, we are a ministry to teenagers across all of Hampton Roads, from all of our campuses. And our purpose, our mission is to try and reach every single teenager with the gospel for Jesus across the 757. And how do we do that? We do that through our LifeTrack pathway, through our discipleship process, which is very simply, we want students to first and foremost to know God through Jesus. Secondly, we want them to find community with other teenagers and having a leader, a mentor in their life. We want them to be able to serve people, to know that God has gifted them with the talent, with an ability to be able to serve others and not just serve themselves. And then last, that they can leave a legacy by living a legacy. And they can see that their life is bigger than themselves because their life is ultimately about God. One of the really interesting things about Jesus, I believe that when Jesus called his disciples, he chose teenagers. We see different things in Scripture that point to this. First of all, normally people would choose their rabbis around the age of 15. Normally people, as they were the age of 15 and they were being mentored by their rabbis, by that time they were not married. None of the disciples were known to be married except Peter, which was mentioned in having a mother-in-law. None of the disciples were known as paying the temple tax, which was done around the age of 18, except for Peter, and Jesus was also known talking about paying the temple tax as well. Also, Jesus chose these disciples as in those teenage years because he knew they had their life, family, and career ahead of them. And so we believe that Jesus may himself have been a student pastor. He may have reached out to teenagers to call them as his disciples, but also to become disciple makers. So why do we believe that the teenage years are so important for ministry? Because we believe that Jesus did. And so we do everything we can possibly do for the teenagers across Hampton Roads to know God, to find community, to serve people, and to leave a legacy. We are Liberty students, and that's what we do.